With us now on set are Reshef, Israel Asia business consultant, as well as Doron, chairman of the Israel-Philippines Chamber of Commerce. Thank you both very much for being with us.
Thank you.
Well, just earlier this year, we spoke about the election of Rodrigo Duterte, and he came into power here with a strong agenda against crime and corruption. What impact has he had on the economy?
Well, the first question is, did he have an impact on the economy? Because this quarter two brings a 7% growth, which is impressive. But the first quarter of the year brought 6.8, which means that we do not see a kind of a breakthrough, something totally new. It's a continuing increase of what we had before. And if we want to understand what still brings this growth, I guess we need to take a look inside of the details. Once we analyze it, we see that we have three components that contributed to it. First of all, it's the investors. A huge flow of investments that started during the time of the previous president. This is not a result of the elections that took place in spring this year. It's too recent. The second point might have something to do with that, and it's an increase in spending of the government. Maybe, the campaign, the elections, the nomination of a new president costs money. But the third point is very interesting. It's a growing of spending of households. It seems like there is a kind of a good sentiment of optimism in the Philippines that allowed people to spend more.
A strength of the consumer. But how do you account for that? What's pushing that?
The feeling that we have a strong person that is going to make a change, it seems like the people have confidence in the president. And for the moment, I can only say that his 8 points of his policy continue the policy of the previous president. It seems like he's not going to shake the things that are showing themselves effective so far.
Speaking of a strong leader, Ron, we know that 1,900 people have been killed on the streets. Isn't that sort of instability as a result of his office having an impact on the economy?
Yeah, I'm not sure this will impact the economy. He already had some good results in the area where he was the governor in the south of the Philippines, in Davao. So I don't think this has some impact. And it's also, like Mr. Reshef said, it's too early to know and to analyze something like that. Anyhow, like Mr. Reshef mentioned, the economy, the 6 years economy of the previous president, now we see the results. But the new economy officers or officers of the new president are going to follow the same economy. And they also even reduced a little bit the forecast for the growth for the next second half of the year. So I don't see any big changes, and I hope that the economy will follow up. Philippines had huge flow of investments coming in. It was about $40 billion in the first 5-6 months, which is already doubled in the last year. So I don't see any reason why these investments will not continue and economy will proceed.
Well, speaking of these big flows of money here, trade between Israel and the Philippines is quite small but growing. Can you explain further?
Yeah, we have a long history with the Philippines, but the trade is really small and there is a lot to do. I think that the Israeli companies, they a little bit forgot the Philippines, and they need to be more aware of the possibilities and not to miss the train. Now the train is there, and there are really a lot of opportunities in different fields. In the field of agriculture, on projects, on the field in energy, new energy, in the fields of telecommunication, water. So there are a lot of things to proceed, and the Israeli business community must look at it and proceed in this direction.
And Tal, how do you see the relationship evolving next?
Well, I fully agree with what Mr. Doron just said, because it's true. The Philippines is not enough in the attention of the Israeli business community, and it should be, especially now, because it is not only that the Philippines economy is growing, not only that, it is growing in the direction of more and more technological. And once they become more and more technological and they get into the game of the big companies, and they will have their products and their technologies and their things to show, they will need innovation. And looking for innovation, you start talking about Israel.
All right. Well, thank you both very much for coming. It does sound like the Philippines is going to be a big star for this year.
Absolutely.
Economically speaking, very much appreciate it.